Hello, everyone. Tonight is a good night just to talk about relationship. So, I want to pose some questions, to you guys. Or what do you think that's the most, like the three most important things, or two most important things in relationship? Um, in my research and what I find out that in any relationship, whether it's friendship, uh, a relationship with a husband and a wife, or let me state this here. Disclaimer: I am not a counselor, so we're just communicating, we're just talking. So I'm just letting you know up front, I am not a counselor. So I just want to just have some dialogue with you guys tonight, okay? So I was doing some research and was wondering what is the most important thing that we can find in a relationship when people are either friendship, spouse, or just you're just starting a date. And one most important thing that's in a relationship is communication. One thing you over time that has had me, especially me, with long lasting friendships, has been because I'm able to communicate and continue consistently communicate. When there's a disagreement, something I don't like, I'm able to talk about it with my friends. Of course, they may not like what I'm saying at the time, but they can respect the fact that I was honest with them and truthful about how I felt at the moment, or what I did not like, or what I do like, right? So I think that's one thing that we have to remember in relationships, that communication is most important on with anyone, whether it's friendship, or whether it's you're dating someone, or if you are married. So I'm not married, and I just want to let everybody know, this is just, again, this is just something that I just wanted to talk to you guys. So I'm not a counselor either, so I want you to know that as well. But again, communication, I did a research, you can do your own study, is the most important thing in a relationship. Also, another thing that I was thinking, hey, in any relationship, you have to be empathetic, right? So empathetic, sometimes just because somebody feels a certain way, you don't feel like that, right? You don't feel like they all upset and they're emotional about something, uh, and you can't even relate to it. But you have to be empathetic, because guess what? It helps you to understand that person. It helps you to know that their emotions are valid. It is real. They are feeling like this. And when they're feeling like this here, then you have to respect the fact that this is their makeup. And then understand what they're going through and how you made them feel, right? Or how they're feeling at the moment, or what they're going through at the moment, or the emotion that they're having at the moment. It helps to build a successful relationship. And the reason why I want to talk about relationships, because we're all in a relationship together. We're all the time. We're in a relationship at work. You're in a relationship if you're going to school, in college, you're in a relationship with your instructors. You're in a relationship with your friends. You're in a relationship with your mom, your dad. You're in a relationship with your boyfriend, your girlfriend. You're in a relationship with your husband or your wife, right? So we have to take the relationships and look at them, that they're important to us. So empathetic communication and empathy, showing empathy is something that we need to work on, right? So the next thing, there are more things that we can deal with in relationships, but these are just some topics that I wanted to throw out there, because I was just loving conversation and having conversation with people, and this is something that I've come up with. Another one that you guys, y'all gonna love this one, is intimacy, right? So physically intimacy, whether you're married or with it's very important to a husband and wife, right? Physical intimacy, and that's just having sex, in relationship. Y'all coming together as one, and y'all enjoying an intimate intimacy with each other. But intimacy is also more than just having the, a physical act, right? It's also having an emotional. You know, sometimes your emotions, so somebody can be very vulnerable with you, right? Being vulnerable and being able to just, something I like to say is you're able to be somebody said, uh, you know, without your clothes on, very naked with how you feel. So with your emotions, and sometimes guys are not able to share their emotions because you guys are real macho. Y'all don't like to share, let people in or whatever it is. But women are mostly they're very emotional creatures, and they deal with their emotions a whole lot. So guys in relationships, is good that you become a great listener, and that you show empathy, because if you become a great listener and you show empathy towards a lady, then it helps you to have a better relationship. Now, emotions can be dealt with in so many different ways, right? So we're not going to get into that. Y'all going to have to do some research on your own. I'm just here just talking about a little subject with relationship. So make sure y'all dealing with y'all communication, y'all also emotions, and going back to intimacy, because that's what we're on, because intimacy is very important. So intimacy can be physical, intimacy can be with your emotions, and intimacy can be just with a touch. And sometimes some people don't want to be touched because for whatever reason, because how they were brought up in the home, they don't like to be touched, physically touched. But some people, that's how they deal with intimacy. It's just a natural soft rub on a hand, or a natural soft rub on a leg. That is important. The physical touch is very important to helping with intimacy. And that's just a couple of topics. But if y'all have any questions about relationships, or if you're trying to work out a relationship with your significant other, however it is, inbox me, and I would definitely answer any questions and concerns that you may have. But there's some topics that I was just going over, and I said, hey, I want to be a better communicator, in my friendships that I have and I have developed. So I'm looking up how to be my very best, and also creating an environment for that particular people that I am involved with in relationships, to be their very best. And what I'm talking about is friendships, right? So whether you have friendship, sister, brother, mother, father, husband, wife, or whatever it may be, these three topics are good for just relationships, right? So guys, y'all have a good night. I would just wanted to come on live and just say hi, and hey, make sure you are really taking some time to even study. Listen to this. Hey, study the person that you're with, because everybody is different. And so I don't know if y'all ever heard this before. Some people bring in baggage from, because they have had relationships with other people, and then you meet another person that seems to have the same type of personality, right? And then you respond maybe in a negative way, or you react negatively because of your experience with someone else, right? So we cannot do this. One thing that this is my approach with everything. I've heard people come in and say, hey, you don't want to deal with him because he's X, Y, and Z. He's uptight. He's rude. Or whatever it may be. I've heard people's opinion of people, but I've never taken that approach to when I'm meeting somebody that I've never experienced. You know what I mean? So experience, meaning experiencing. I've never had a relationship with them. I've never spoken with them. So I don't know how they're going to respond to me, because just because you've had an experience with somebody and it was a negative experience doesn't mean that I'm going to have the same exact experience, right? So one thing that I want you to know is that make sure you take a positive approach with people, and then go into relationships uh, with anybody. Even if you have a negative experience with somebody, you can easily change it around if the other person is willing, right? So just work on just communicating, being empathetic, and intimacy, right? Okay, guys, I am gonna see you guys on tomorrow. So hey, I am Serenity Speak, and I want to thank you for watching tonight. And remember, I am not a relationship counselor. I'm not a counselor, but it's just some information that I just wanted to come on and share. All right, y'all take care.